No, it's not my job to be harassed by every dude I encounter. 5 thought-provoking confessions from strangers of the internet. I am a 34-year-old man with a 2.5-inch schlong. I have been intimate before with multiple different women. Of course I've dated more than that, but multiple women have left because of my issue. I used to be upset and humiliated by it, but I eventually just stopped caring about it because I literally cannot change it. I just learned how to express my feelings in different ways. It's honestly more effective in certain respects, so I don't see the big deal. If I had to offer other similarly endowed men words of encouragement, it would be this: if it doesn't bother you, most women won't care. Most women wouldn't like the other extreme anyway because they can be uncomfortable or even painful. Honestly, being an average size is ideal because at that point it's about how you use it rather than its size. If you're smaller, things become more difficult when it comes to intimacy, of course, and when you get to my size it's more limited. However, my standard method is I use my mouth and fingers, which isn't too hard with practice in most cases. Anyway, that's my system and it works for me. Having my issue doesn't have to ruin your life if you don't let it. I've been married to my wife for 3 years, dated for 1, and everything is great. While I am by far the smallest, I am the best lover she has ever had, so it doesn't matter. Somebody replied, I had a boyfriend with a monster schlong. It was incredibly painful and I bled every time. I bruised my intimate area every time. It was the size of my forearm. I have an incredibly high drive, but this made me want to avoid intimacy for the only time in my life. It was decades ago and I can still recall the pain. If you think a bigger is truly the thing you need to be a good lover, you don't understand much about what women want or need. It's one thing to deal with that short term, but for any ongoing interaction, unless her anatomy is such that it isn't causing pain, it is going to take the right match for both. Some women are built differently anatomically and that's awesome. I just wasn't one of them. He also did not put in any effort because he simply thought being big was enough. Word to the wise: what you possess physically has zero to do with being a good lover. My girlfriend gets startled by me all the time. Every time my girlfriend walks into the room or kitchen and I'm not in a place where she would expect me to be, she starts screaming. This is frustrating because we both work from home and go to the kitchen, living room, or toilet frequently during the day. Every time I go from my room to the kitchen and I hear my girlfriend walking somewhere down the hallway as well, I start whistling or singing so as not to startle or frighten her. Virtually every time I'm not sitting on the couch, at my desk, or kitchen table but doing something else, for example, squatting in the room corner brushing our dog or standing in our bedroom looking for something in the closet, my girlfriend walking into the room gets startled and screams. On a daily basis I'm quiet, I don't like to talk much and I like to mind my own business, but because of my girlfriend's behavior, virtually everything I do I have to announce it to her in advance so that she doesn't get scared of me. For instance, standing on a chair and changing a light bulb in the chandelier. Walking through the home's halls, I have to make sounds so as not to startle her if we bump into each other halfway through. This has led to a situation where nowadays every step I take is calculated not to startle my girlfriend. Our apartment is quite small and the only open space is the hallway right by the entrance door. I like to sit there on the floor and play with our dog or fix my skateboard, but every time my girlfriend enters the apartment while I'm sitting there she gets a heart attack. If I behaved normally, didn't make stupid noises or retreat to an acceptable position such as a couch or chair every time my girlfriend walks into the room, I would have to experience her screaming and micro heart attacks 5 to 10 times a day. Somebody replied, I'm the same way. I, 21, live at home with my parents and 3 sisters, and I'm just naturally quiet. I don't talk much unless approached, I have silent footsteps, and I generally just don't like making noise. Every time I walk into a room or am already in a room and someone else walks in, I accidentally scare the hell out of everyone else there. It's gotten to the point where I started wearing heavy combat boots just so people can hear me coming, but I subconsciously mastered walking quietly in them too. My mother is the only one who doesn't get a heart attack whenever I'm around, because she already expects me to be there. This isn't a you problem, this is a her problem. You can announce your presence all you want, but at the end of the day, she'll need to learn to accept that you're just naturally quiet. She can go to therapy if this stems from PTSD, which is a common side effect, or she can just get used to having you in the apartment and expect you to be around. But definitely talk to her. You can't live the rest of your life scared and worried that you'll scare your girlfriend. I'm still a proud lover at 61. Just felt like sharing this. I'm a 61-year-old woman. My husband is the same age as I am. We have been together for 26 years, 17 as a married couple. I'm happy to report that I'm still his lover. The same woman whom he took to his bed and was intimate with all night 26 years ago. I still love everything I used to like. It's nobody's business. Over the years our love life had only gotten better. He and I have been through so much together. Our bond has taken our chemistry to a level I didn't think was possible. Today we are a lot less busy than we were a decade ago. We travel together, work out together, foster dogs and cats together. We are best friends. But we also give each other a lot of space. I have my interests and goals, he has his. Spending some time apart just makes our desire burn brighter. And when we're together again, we can barely keep our hands and lips to ourselves. The passion with which he makes loves to me is still as intense as it was 26 years ago. I still crave his lustful touch as it did back then. The only thing that's changed is that when he looks into my eyes, I can see the animalistic desire along with the deepest love. My feelings today are more powerful than ever before. I love waking him up in the morning by stroking and kissing him. We have both taken good care of ourselves. People often comment that we look like we're in our late 40s. They ask us what our secret is. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's loving and living life to the fullest. Age is only a number. Don't let it get in the way of living your best life. Keep finding new adventures, lust for life and for your lover, and you will never grow old. I poured wine on my mom's dress at her stepdaughter's wedding. I'm not sorry. First, I need to introduce you to the cast of characters involved. There's my mother, my stepsister, Alice, her father who is my stepdad, and me, a 34-year-old woman. Now, my mother is a typical narcissist. She honestly believes that the universe should and does revolve around her. When my parents divorced my brother and I chose to live without dad. About a year later my mom married a guy who had a daughter with his first wife. My mom has never liked Alice and used to constantly bully and gaslight the poor girl whenever she went to visit her dad. Even now, when Alice is an independent adult woman, my mom tries to compete with her for her husband's attention. It's quite pathetic. Alice and I became friends soon after we met. My brother and I were sent to visit my mom. Alice was there too and actually unloaded on me, angrily telling me what a monster my mom was. I nodded and agreed with everything she said. I knew exactly what she was talking about as my mom has subjected me to the same abuse and gaslighting. Alice was taken aback by this and started crying. She tearfully told me all about my mom's actions. I comforted her and told her I believed her. In that moment we became friends. Our mutual aversion to my mom's behavior bonded us. Over the years, we often teamed up and defended each other from my mom's psychological attacks. It also didn't hurt that we had several shared interests. Fast forward to last week. My stepsister, and close friend, married the love of her life. I was one of the bridesmaids. My mom was there too, of course. In a white full-length dress. Even on Alice's wedding day, my mom felt the need to torment her and try to upstage her. I was infuriated when I saw that my friend was close to tears because of this. I walked up to my mom and told her that she needed to change, and that she obviously wore this dress to hurt Alice. She just laughed and told me to stop being silly. I asked her one more time, she dismissed me again with that annoying smirk. I just said fine. Just remember that I gave you an out. Then I got a wine bottle and poured its contents on my mom's white dress. For a minute, she was stunned into silence. Then she began screaming at me. I just smiled and reminded her that I gave her a chance. Thankfully, my stepdad decided to grow a spine and told her to stop making a scene. She told him she needed to go buy a dress and he needed to drive her. Stepdad refused and told her she has to go alone. Mom left in a huff and didn't come back. We later found out that she went home. The wedding turned out to be absolutely splendid. Alice was glowing with joy. She later hugged me and thanked me for getting rid of her step-monster. All in all, it was a great day. Were my actions petty? Yes. Immature? Probably. Justified? Absolutely. OnlyFans has ruined my life. For the past few months, I have really been feeling a lot of stress and depression. I want to make this post for the girls who think that they can make an OF and get rich quick, and that it's the golden ticket. You see all these girls online talking about how much money they make, and how their life is so amazing, they have this great apartment and this, that and the other. It's not all what you see on social media. I honestly hate doing OF and I wish I never made an account. I deeply regret ever starting being an online model. Honestly, when I first started, I did so because of COVID. My club shut down and it was closed for a long time. I had no money coming in and I still had bills, so I made one. I honestly wish I never did. I wish I got a job at McDonald's for the time being until my club opened again. Having an OF has destroyed relationships for me, has destroyed my mental health and self-esteem, and has not been worth it at all. Yes, I did make money when I first started. I'll be honest, there were times I made $5,000 a month off it. In the beginning. 2 years ago. Now the market is so saturated, almost everybody has an OF now. Then you have girls who are charging as little as $3 to $5. They ruin it for everyone else. Because who realistically wants to earn $2 for what they are putting out there, honestly? You can't make a decent living off of charging $3 minus $10, unless you already have millions of social media followers to begin with. If you're a regular person, you have to charge at least $20 because you aren't going to have thousands of subscribers. It's not realistic. All of these platforms take 20% of your earnings and you still have to pay taxes for everything you make. Which means you have to set aside 1/3 of your money, and pay 20% to the site. So if you're charging $20, you get $16, then after taxes you have about $10. $10 for everything. Let's be realistic and say you get 50 subscribers a month, that's $500 a month. That barely covers groceries. Let alone any bills or spending money. Taking money out of the equation completely. You're okay with strangers. But what do you do when you find out your best friend subscribed? Your dad's best friends, your uncle, your mom's boyfriend, your boyfriend's brother and dad, your son's teacher, the guy who bullied you all through school. The people you would least expect. OF has ruined every single male friendship I had. People I thought genuinely loved me and cared for me as a person, when I loved them like a brother. All those years meant nothing because now I know what you really think of me. Not to mention the absolute disrespect you get treated with. People talk to you and treat you like poop. They view you as a girl with no morals, and have no respect for you. They talk down to you, they make fun of you. Guys won't want to date you, other girls won't want to be your friend. Family will talk dirt about you. You think it doesn't matter, but after years of feeling like an outsider, it does start to get to you. Knowing that anyone could just pay a few bucks and see you at your most vulnerable. Men will grab you, be nasty and inappropriate with you, ask you for disrespecting things, then when you get mad you get told it's your job. No, it's not my job to be harassed by every dude I encounter. I have never felt as awful as I do now in my entire life as I do now. And nobody ever talks about the bad side of this. I'm tired of everyone making girls think it's going to make their lives easier and that they'll be swimming in cash. If I wasn't also dancing, I would not have money for my bills. OF is the worst decision I ever made, and if this post can stop even one girl from making the same mistake as me, then I will be happy. I hope you enjoyed these confessions. Did they make you think of anything differently? Let me know in the comments below. And subscribe to the channel, it won't cause any pain like subscribing to an OF.